Hey everybody, it's Crazy Good Time 4, and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. Brawl. In the last episodes, we went through Classic Mode with the Space Bounty Hunter Samus, and even Xerxes Samus, the other version of Samus. Bit of a longer episode, but that's to be, expected with, doing two characters in one episode. But this time, we will be going through Classic Mode with the Angel Pit. The fight is on. Indeed it is, Pit. Let's do this. So, Pit's all palette swaps. Let's start them off. We got the classic, white Pit, or white Angel Pit. We got a golden palette, a more redder palette with like a bit of light purple on his outfit. We got some green here. We got a nice blue one, and we have a Dark Pit palette swap. This is actually before Dark Pit was even a character. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with Pit's episode. So Pit is of course, a newcomer in Brawl, was never in Smash before this, but was in every Smash game after this, so that's pretty cool. Pit is voiced by Lani, or Lonnie, however you say that, and Minella in the English version, and by Minami Takayama in the Japanese version. So Pit is of course another character who is, or not even another, he's like the only character I think that is voiced by two people, because I mean, like with all the Mario characters, they're only voiced by one person. With what's it called? With who is it? Oh yeah, like Link and Zelda, they don't really have much to them, to their voice acting, so they're only voiced by one person in the Japanese version, and it's only that one person in every single version of the game. So yeah. Pit, I will say one thing, is this version of Pit is a Smash original, technically. Like, before this, the only two games Pit was in was the original Kid Icarus on the NES, and then Kid Icarus, I think, of Myths and Monsters, I believe it was called, for like the Game Boy. And in those two games, one, Pit didn't have a new gen design, and he also didn't have any voice acting. So this is Pit's kind of a Smash. Pit's Brawl design is a Smash original in some ways more than others. Obviously, when Smash 4 came out, I think Kid Icarus Uprising was already a thing. I think it came out like maybe 2 years before. Was it 2 years? It was like 1 or 2 years before Smash 4 came out. And in that game used Brawl Pit's design. So yeah, that's a little bit of trivia for you. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Pit's special moves. Thank goodness we're playing on the Castle Siege. I bless this game for not putting me on such a terrible stage. So we got Pit's Drizzle Special, which I already used once, but I'll show it off again. This is Palutena's Arrow, where he charges an arrow, a light arrow actually, like kind of like a non-existent arrow, in his bow, and then fires it off. The more it's another one of the it's another charging move. It's just like Link's arrows, where like the more you charge, the longer you charge it, the more damage it does, and the more distance it covers, and also the more knockback it does to your opponents. Something that's actually pretty cool about what's it called, Palutena's bow, or sorry, Palutena's arrow, is the whole thing of, well, not only can you, aim it, you can aim it, I think, you can aim it left and right, and, I was gonna show it off, but you can also aim it up. You can't aim it down from what I remember. Yeah, you can only aim it left, right, and up. Another thing about it, not only can you do that, but you can, kind of control it. You can kind of control the arrows a little bit. As you can see, it's really difficult to do it, but you can actually kind of control the arrows, make them go around, and it's super difficult. If I actually knew how to play Pit really well in Brawl, then I would love to show it off. It's so difficult to do, but I know it's possible. Yeah, see, there we go. I made it like come across. Or come back. It's a really good technique that Brawl Pit was able to do. I don't think Pit can do that anymore in Smash 4 and Ultimate, but he was able to do that in Brawl, and it was such a good, like, move to use for just like not only doing damage, but just like tricking up your opponents, being like, yo, where's that arrow? And it just comes out of nowhere, like right behind him. It's really dope. It is really, really dope. And it does 5 to 11%. And we got his side special, Angel Ring. I actually did not know that that's the name of it. Well, the more you know, I guess. Angel Ring is basically Pit dash forward a little bit and then spins around his, I guess his, what's it called? His bow. He rapidly spins his bow in front of him. The more if you keep pressing your special button, he just keeps doing it over and over again. Opponents can actually get, you know, stuck in it. And another good thing about it, it can reflect projectiles, as you saw earlier when Zerosu tried to fire her paralyzer at me. It's a really good move, and it's a pretty cheap move too. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. And it does 1 to 2% for the loop, and it does 1.5 times the damage for reflected projectiles. So 1 times more damage for projectiles that were shot at it. And then we got his up special, Wings of Icarus, where Pit's wings glow blue and he can like fly around anywhere he wants. But after a little bit of time, he will then, you know, just kind of like go into free fall and can't really do anything after that. You can actually cancel it out manually by either dodging or just attacking out of it. You can use it like right afterwards again, so you gotta be a little careful about it. Hopefully I can get, there we go, perfect. I love Pit's hammer swing animation. It's so 2D, but it's so funny too. Another good thing about Wings of Icarus is that if you do it on the ground, you get way more like height and mobility for Pit's recovery, which is, you know, a good thing to keep in mind. But I think most people are just going to be, you know, using the aerial version, since that's the most useful version. I mean, for recovering, of course. In Subspace, the ground version was definitely, you know, way better, I guess, because you can actually use it in more instances than you can in like regular battles or classic or whatever. And that sadly does 0% damage, but I think it has the ability to like push people. Yeah, I think it pushed Mario like a tiny bit. Maybe that's just him rolling out of the way or something. Uh-oh, this is not good. Hello, Mario. We were friends. Remember we were friends in Subspace? Let's let me try. Oh, there we go. We're back to normal Pit. We're fine. Okay, then we got his down special, which is Mirror Shields. It's just a shield he puts in front of himself. He can actually block basically any attack as long as the attack is, you know, in front of him. And it's also a reflector. Just shoots it out and just boom. And I think whenever he does, you know, whenever he does reflect something with his shield, he's like, nice try. Which is, you know, a nice little thing about it. But yeah, that's basically it. Any projectile that is reflected will fly back towards the user at times 1.7 the original speed. So it comes back even faster than it did, you know, coming to him. Which is pretty cool. I actually did not know that, but it makes sense. I can see why that would, you know, be a thing. And it does 1.5 times damage for projectile, or for reflected projectiles, just like his side special. Now, one thing I will mention about Pit's down B is there's a little thing, a little fun thing you can do with Ganondorf and Pit, where if you do a reverse Warlock punch, and like right before Pit gets hit, and you do your down B, you know, the mirror shield, both kind of just like fly in opposite directions, which is really freaking funny, because, you know, what's it called? Pit's mirror shield actually has armor when, you know, brought out, or when initially brought out, so I don't think it like always has armor, so you gotta be a little careful about that. But it will always reflect projectiles, and will have a little bit of armor at the beginning. Nice job, Snake. Ooh, I'm not dying, I'm not dying. Ah, stupid. Nice. And finally, we have his final smash, Palutena. Oh wait, so, oh yeah, I already mentioned the damage. His final smash, Palutena's Army, where an enormous image of Palutena will, you know, appear in the background of sky, and then Pit says something. I don't exactly know what he says. He'll say it, you know, when I show it off in training mode, or if I'm actually able to show it off in stage 11, which I kind of doubt, but you know, it's always a possibility. Let's just do this. Wait. Yeah, let's do this. Perfect. See, it works really well foot on the ground. Really sinking well. And then after that, a bunch of, what's it called, Centurions from the Kid Icarus games, like, just pop out of nowhere and start attacking, like, everyone on screen. And Pit can also move around while, you know, that's going on. So it's a pretty good Final Smash. I'd say Pit's Final Smashes definitely got better in the later games, but this one is actually not all that terrible. I mean, if you're good at dodging and you time your dodges well, then you could probably avoid, like, all of them. But still. And it does 16% per Centurion, so it does a tiny bit of damage, but not as much as many would hope. Yeah, not as much as many would hope, sadly. I think that's it for Fox. Dang it, not quite. Well, if you just freaking sit on that ledge, then that could have been it for Fox. But no. Okay, now we gotta show off his freaking taunts, but how am I gonna do this with all three of these guys attacking me? Also, we're getting Wolf. I just noticed. I don't think Wolf has really appeared all too much in Classic so far. Maybe he has. Maybe in like the Star Fox battle, sure, but everywhere else I'm not quite 100% at that. You know what? Just do this. Yeah, here's it. Nice try! He's being very, very annoying with this. Okay, let's show off his taunt. Let's show off his taunts very quickly. Up taunt. Spins his blade in each hand and says the fight is on, in which in the Japanese version he says let's battle. Side taunt slices the air and says you're not ready yet, where in Japanese he says not just yet. Dang it, almost. And down taunt, he just kind of like floats in the air and poses what is it? Angelically, looking up while feathers fly from his wings. So that's Pit's taunts. And now of that, dang it, why did I jump? Could have had him too. Might as well heal up very quickly. Don't even try me. I should have reflected it. But he's dead. That's what matters. Oh yeah, Pit can also move up and down a little bit with or he can move his shield up and down while he has it up. Didn't really remember that, but he can. So that's a little, you know, extra thing, I guess, to his down B. But now let's take care of the man himself, Master Hand. Only lost one stock this attempt, which is actually pretty decent. I'll take it. Chill out. Come on. Master Hand's gonna be pretty easy. Oh, wait. Oh, well, that did not go as planned. I was kinda hoping to, reflect it, but I didn't, well, one, I didn't even get out the move, and two, he didn't even hit me, so it's fine. Hey, hit him, nice. That was pretty good. And he's dead. Awesome. Really simple Master Hand battle. I mean, Master Hand's easy as heck, so like, what do you really expect? I'm sorry, Master Hand, but it's true. You're not all that good. Later on, you do get more difficult. It's funny, because in my personal opinion, when the games go from Smash 64 to Brawl, Master Hand gets easier and easier as, you know, it goes from each game. But then when Smash 4 comes around, he gets more difficult, and then gets even more difficult when Ultimate comes around. So it's pretty funny. Pretty interesting. How, like, Brawl is his easiest version, but, like, the first game and the most recent game are his most difficult versions. So it goes, it's like a V. It goes down and then up in difficulty. Pretty weird, but it's true. And you'll see what I mean by him being a little more difficult in 4 and Ultimate. But when we get to that, we'll get to that. And there we have it. That's Pit's Classic Mode route. Also, I like the congratulations, I guess, font, because it has a nice little feather at the end of it. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And with that, that's Pit's Classic Mode run. But before we, of course, end off the video, first we gotta show off his, you know, his Final Smash, and then we gotta look at his trophy. We're fighting Samus. Oh, just played as her in the last episodes. Isn't that funny? The fight is on! Okay, let's go to Final Destination, because that's, you know, the stage to go to. And let's check out Palutena's army, I should say. I was about to say Centurion army. Can I even hit it? There we go. Sorry, Samus. Okay, here we go. He says, Trent, move out. I don't know what he says for the first part, but I know at the end he says move out. I don't know what the first part is. All trends? All troops, maybe? All troops, move out? That would make a lot of sense, but at the same time, doesn't really sound like troops, does it? Also, yeah, it's not exactly the best Final Smash, since, yes, it did damage to Samus, didn't even kill her. It didn't even kill her, so, like, it's a little bit rough. It's definitely a little bit rough, but hey, it's still something nonetheless. And now, finally, let's go ahead and check out Pit's Classic Mode trophy. Where's it at? Kid Icarus, awesome. Pit, the captain of the royal bodyguards of Palutena, goddess of light and ruler of Angel Land. The dark goddess Medusa conquered the underworld, the surface world, and the heavens, and imprisoned Palutena. Pit escaped and, armed with Palutena's magical bow, set out to free her. Along the way, he gathered 3 sacred treasures with which he challenged Medusa. And the only game we got is Kid Icarus for the NES. There also should be Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters, but I guess that game's not, you know, well known enough to the point where they even cared to like put it in, which kind of sucks, but hey. So with that, that'll be it for today's episode of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next episode, we'll be going through classic mode with the ice climbing duo, Ice Climbers. That's gonna be pretty interesting. Hopefully it will go well. I mean, Ice Climbers are pretty good in this game, but like that's in competitive. I don't know how they're gonna be in classic mode. Plus I'm not exactly the best as them. So I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. But anyways, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Social media clean choices, of course, down below in the description. And I'll see you guys next time. Pop-Tart, out.